a star, but you have to let it shine.
Hello viewers, good morning, good afternoon and good evening depending on where you're watching me from. As you all know, this is On This Table, and On This Table is a platform where we discuss topical issues confronting life and possible solutions to them. I remain your one and only host, Ezema. I have a very nice topic that we are going to discuss today, which is youth mindset towards money. And I have a guest in the studio who will be doing justice to the topic. Before I introduce my guest, let's go on this quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Welcome back. As I said before, I have a guest in the studio who will be doing justice to the topic we have on ground. Please introduce yourself.
Okay, beautiful people, my name is Chukwu Justice.
You're welcome, Chukwu Justice, to the studio.
Thank you very
It's
much.
a pleasure having you around. Anyway, you look good, by the way.
You're not looking bad.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have this interesting topic that we want to discuss today, which is youth mindset towards money. What do you understand by the word youth mindset towards money?
Okay. Youth mindset towards money. Okay, I'll start by saying you are a youth.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm also a youth.
Sure.
So if I want to actually pull out what I really understand by that, I will use myself as an example because I am a youth.
Okay.
What is my mindset towards money? You know, different personalities with their different understanding, their mindset towards money. And for me, my mindset towards money is money answered all things.
Yes.
But sometimes not all things.
Yeah.
So my mindset towards money is money solves some problems, and money in a way or two does not really solve some problems.
Yeah, you are trying to contradict what you said earlier. Money answers all things.
I said answered all things,
Yes.
and sometimes not all things.
Okay. You can continue.
So looking from that angle, you would find out that when you're talking about the youth, let me now generalize it. Looking at the youth of our time now, with the way they perceive money or the way they see money, it's quite appalling.
Sure, very
It's
sure.
quite appalling because, like you said, their mindset towards money. If I say out of 50, 45 have different mindsets.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
5 might have the same mindset.
Sure.
And this mindset we're talking about now is the use of this money. What did they see this money to be? Like, what really would they want to use this money for if they get it?
Yeah.
Some see it as, once I have this money, I flex the way I want. Like, go to anywhere, party. Why some look at this as an opportunity to start up a business that will really help them? Why some see it as a medium of helping others also? So these are the mindset surrounding.
Yeah. From today's, from what we see in the society today, can you say that the youth mindset towards money has impacted or has done more good or bad to the society?
Well, it's in that aspect. It's not a balanced one.
Okay.
It's not a balanced one in the sense that, in terms of good, if we are looking at our generation now, in terms of good, you will find out that it's the percentage of good is, let me say, 30%.
That's a very bad one.
30%. And the percentage of bad is higher.
Yeah, 70%.
Telling you it's higher. Reason being that the youth of this our generation, they have not really understood why money is needed. In as much as we all know that money is meant to be spent, but in one way or the other, money solves problem. But most youths of our generation now see it as, once I have this money, I will buy car, I will club, I'll carry girls, I'll drink. And from that angle, you'll find out that they get themselves involved in wrong things. Wrong association that leads to either going into drug, drinking, several bad things that happens in our society today. It's as a result of the lack of understanding of youth towards this money of a thing.
Okay.
And when you come to the good aspect, like I say, it's 30%. It's not like the 30% is maybe this a particular set of persons have understood the essence of that money.
Yeah.
And once they get it, they put it to use, whereby it yields them.
So that means that it's only 30% that understands why money is needed.
If you want to put it that way, no problem.
Let me ask this question. Why is money needed? Let's start from there.
Why money is needed?
Yeah.
Money is needed for so many things.
Yes.
Yes?
Okay. From your explanation, you said that most of the youths don't understand why money is needed. So I want you to walk us through the need for money, because there is difference between mere wants and need. So can you differentiate between them?
Okay, now you just said wants and need.
Yeah.
You might want something, but you don't necessarily need that thing.
Okay.
True or false?
True. So,
So now, when it comes to need, you know that this thing is important to you. But when it comes to want, there's always a substitution to that thing. I want this thing, but is it necessary I get this thing now? Let me put it aside. You get?
Yeah.
It's only on few occasions where you want to go with what you want and not what you need.
Okay.
On few occasions, and when it gets out of hand, you are always going for what you want
Instead
and
of
not what you need.
Yeah.
Then you will find out that the way you're spending, it's not going to yield you. It's not going to yield you. Like, for example, I have a friend who is this extravagant type. He spends. It's part of that when I say some youths don't understand why money is needed.
Yeah.
He got a certain amount into his account, and all he decided to do was go to a club that night. And I can categorically tell you that night he spent half of that money on what is called casket.
Okay.
In club.
Yeah.
Are you seeing it now? This is what he wants, but that is not what he needs. I don't know if you understand it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
This is what he wants. Like, he wants to do it, let people see.
Yeah.
But if you go deep, you find out that he don't need that thing.
Yeah.
Like Apostle Paul will say, there are some things might be lawful, but not all things are expedient. It might be lawful for you to, club, another thing, but it's not expedient that you club.
Sure.
You can always sit at home, buy yourself a drink, play the music, stay around,
Yeah. So does it mean that clubbing is a no to use?
Per se, it's to every individual. Your mindset towards it is to every individual. I would not say no to that or yes to that, because some persons want to, stay amongst people, get to mingle, enjoy themselves, listen to loud music and the rest of them.
Yeah.
So it's based on individual.
Okay. I think that the reason why most youths spend extravagantly is because of the way they got the money. Because for me, if someone hustled through thick and thin to get a certain amount of money, he shouldn't be lavishing it. Yeah, shouldn't be extravagant, as you said. So, what do you think should be the cause of this extravagant lifestyle you use?
You just said it.
Okay.
When you don't hustle for something,
Yes.
you just spend it the way you like, anyhow.
Okay. Yeah.
But assuming you had to sit, like, you sit under stress, work under sun. When you want to bring out the money, you think of the pain you went through getting that money, and how the pain you also go through again to replace that money. You will respect yourself.
That's very good. But I think that I was just wondering, how do the community or the entire country or the world got to this level where youths do not want to work hard with what they have upstairs, as in produce something with their hands and something. They keep on trying to live a life they don't want to, a life that is not pure. That is not pure. You see people, intellect fosters here and there, and when you get a certain big amount of money overnight, you tend to because you don't know the value of what you have. You tend to spend extravagantly. So I want to know what other causes, other factors that brings about this kind of mindset towards money.
Well, if I have to answer that, I think it's a straight answer. Well, I would tag it as peer pressure.
Okay.
Peer pressure. Because, for example, you have a friend. I've been in that tight corner before. You have a friend that you both are together. You live together, and all of a sudden, he begins to receive this heavy amount of money. That kind of alert that will make your phone too heavy. He receives it.
I was just wondering the kind of alarm will break my phone.
I'm telling you. He receives it the first day, second day. You will be pressurized like, what is the source? And by the time he begins to explain to you his source, you find out maybe it's internet fraud that he's into. You look at it, say, no, I can't do this. By the time you stay with that kind of person, 1 week, 2 weeks, and continuously he's receiving this alert, I'm telling you, if you are not strong, you'll be forced to join them. So that is it. It's all boils down at peer pressure.
Okay, that's very good. Let's go on this quick commercial break and we continue after that. Welcome back. As we are discussing before the quick commercial break, you were saying something about, we are discussing on factors that would result to such mindset in the youth, and you only gave me, I think, one factor, which is a peer group influence. So I would want to know, is there any other factors that would link?
What I can think of right now is just that peer pressure, because I feel it's the major thing.
Yeah.
Because if you begin to look into the youths of our generation, you'll find out that this is the major thing. Because when this person, like, okay, for example, now in Port Harcourt, where I stay, there's this my barber. You know, I traveled down to Lagos when we had this short break. I traveled down to Lagos, and when I came back to Port Harcourt, I noticed the shop was closed. I was like, I asked 1 or 2 persons, and what they told me was shocking. They told me that the young man committed suicide. I said, what was the reason? He said he traveled home and he saw his peer buying cars and everything. And because of that, he said he could not take it.
That's a bad one.
And he decided to take his life. So I think this is the major thing in our today. I see it now. So if we want to really discuss this, you will find out that is the major thing in the youth of our generation today.
Does it really make sense? You saw someone doing better than you and you decide to take your own life instead of, okay, let's say that, because on normal, you should either you buckle more, you increase in your what do I call it? Your hustle. Yeah, your hustle. Or you do more. You can even go as a extent of doing illegal works instead of taking your own life.
That's where the pressure comes from.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset.
So apart from peer group influence, I think that family, parents has a link to such mindset, because I know of a friend that the parents were pressurizing him, do this, do that, your mates are doing this, your mates are doing that, and at some point the person had to go to the extent of using the mother for rituals. Parents also have a role to play in this mindset of a thing, because as they say, charity begins at home.
I agree with you on that, because would I say African parents?
Yeah.
Because most of them are fond of comparing their child with others, and that comparison most of the time doesn't come out well. Just as you give an instance now, if you compare someone with, you look at your neighbor's child, he's doing well, he buys car, and you know fully well that this person in question is not working. You don't know his source of income. And the next thing, you begin to compare him with your child. What are you trying to tell your child? Go and find out what he's doing. No, apart from you're not doing more, you are indirectly telling him, go and find out what that person is doing. Join him. How can he be buying car for his mother and you are here? Are you saying now?
Let's say
So
from their mindset, they would want to tell me that they want their child to be better. Yeah.
You want your child to be better when you know fully well that this person in question who is buying this car and everything is not working.
But there are some works that do not demand physical actions, like going to work in the morning or that. There are online. People have works online. And
My dear, the truth is this. When you come to this online business of a thing, I think I'm not saying we don't have online businesses.
yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is this. It's a major cover-up for some persons.
Yeah. Sure.
Which business are you doing? Online business. Which business are you doing? Online. It's a major cover-up for most persons who are into illegal businesses.
Yeah.
And it's the truth. Because if you begin to look at it, yes, the so-called Yahoo people, they are online now.
Sure.
So they will call it online business.
Sure.
But what type of online business are you doing? That should be the question. So even if the person tells you, okay, I'm doing this online business, what type of online business are you doing? E-commerce? Which one are you doing? So that's the thing. So this alone pressurizes youth and begins to change their mindset towards money.
Yeah. Apart from those earlier factors we have stated, people, the youth actually try to bring government in, saying that they have graduated from the university, they have gone to their 1 year interview,
Job hunting.
Yeah, NYSC.
Okay,
job
okay,
hunting
job.
for years, and at the end of the day, there's
Nothing.
nothing to show for it. So that gave them that zeal
To go into.
Yeah. So what do you think that the government should do to help at least curb to a minimum this kind of mindset in youth?
Well, when it comes to the aspect of the government helping the mindset of the youth, I think majorly is to create job opportunities for the youths.
But there are many job opportunities as we speak.
Thank you. And that's something I want to speak of now.
Okay.
When you say there are many job opportunities, our country today is corrupt.
Sure.
Highly corrupt. I was telling my dad that if I'm given the opportunity to become a president for 2 or 3 days, the first thing I will do is all governors of every state, their family must return back to the state.
Wow.
You know why? When it comes to security, when infrastructures, funds are being pushed out for security use, they don't tend to put it to use. Why? Because who are they securing? They are not bothered about security because their family is not here.
Yeah.
Why they themselves, they are surrounded with 50, 70, thousands of army around them. Are you seeing it now?
Yeah.
So they see no reason to go into that. When it comes to education, they see no need to put in the use because their children is not in the system. So they can tamper with the system the way they want. I see it now.
Yeah.
Then when it comes to the job opportunity, for example, it's all about godfatherism. And that is why some persons are not opportune to get this job. You go for an interview, you'll find out that, okay, you studied computer engineering. And the job you went hunting for is specifically for those that studied computer engineering. And someone comes in that studied accounting, will come into that same field. And all because of godfatherism, the opportunity will be given to him, while you will be pushed aside. Are you seeing now?
Yeah.
So in as much as you're saying there's job opportunities, still there is no job opportunity because those job opportunities you see are still occupied by people all in the name of godfatherism.
But I think that because the youth or maybe graduates, let me differentiate between the two. The graduates, they would want a particular job apart from starting from somewhere, starting from a scratch and grow. They would want to, since I'm a graduate, I have my certificate, I want this this particular job, and if I don't get it, that means the government don't have anything for me and the society don't have anything for me, and I become a nuisance to the society. So I want you to.
Okay, in that aspect, like I said everything boils down at God for that reason. Because, for example, the person who comes out and say, "I want this particular job," is because that is his field of or her field of discipline. Someone who studied, like I said, computer engineering, who wants a job surrounding that field of discipline, because that is what the person took time to study. Now, for example, someone that studied, let me just use this shell. To get opportunity in shell is not easy.
Sure.
Except you have long leg or long hand, as they call it. Are you seeing it now? So someone who studied petroleum engineering will want to work in that place. True or false?
True.
Will want to work there by all means. And by the time they don't get that opportunity they want, they will surely see the government is not providing for them.
All these things, I think that it's all about mindset, which is within. Because for me, if I wanted a particular job and I don't get it, at least I would want to start from get a lesser one. You pick from there. From time to time, they will know what you are capable of doing, and that time, God for that reason, I don't think.
What you're trying to say is you creating opportunity for yourself.
Yeah, for yourself, you create opportunities apart from the one you wanted, which is meant for you. You then decided to create something that would keep you busy while you are waiting for that particular one. Yeah. So I think the use.
Well, when it comes to that angle, you're right.
Okay.
You create opportunities for yourself while you wait.
Yeah,
for the bigger one.
For the bigger ones.
Because
Because I know I have many things I do apart from what I want in life. I see those little things as a paved way for that particular place I want to be. Where the little money I get from there, I try to use it and create opportunities that would make me get to that level I would want to be in the nearest future. So the use, I would want to say that everything starts with the inner, what you want for yourself. If someone really wants, there are still good people. There are still good people in the society who don't have these opportunities as everyone else, but they still try as much as possible to, because they have this discipline in them, they would want to accept the one that they have at hand, and you grow from there. So, there are many things we would talk concerning this topic, but I think we should go on a commercial break, and once we are back, we take it from there. Welcome back. Like as I was saying before we went for this commercial break, I said that there are many things to talk about as regards to this topic. So I would want to know, is there any thing government is doing to checkmate this kind of mindset on the youth?
Well, government checkmating the mindset of the youths. I think one of the I don't know how to put this, but EFCC, for example, I think they are really taking it up. They are really taking up in the sense that when they see you, like the kind of life you're living, they look at you. You're living an extravagant life, and the type of car you drive, the house you live in, is something that your source of income needs to be checkmated.
Yeah.
Is it now?
Yeah.
They begin to they do surveillance on you. I have a friend that was in custody for a period of time because of the way he was living. It was quite obvious. They kept him on surveillance for a period of time. Like he didn't know until he was nabbed. So EFCC is there to do that work of checkmating, because the way you live your life sometimes can look suspicious.
Yeah, sure.
Like for example, this person, I know this person before. Come on, me and him they do this Benz together, and all of a sudden you see him, he's buying the Benz itself. I get me now.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Nothing. If you begin to look at your work record, there is nothing there to show. No source of income whatsoever. And all of a sudden you are beginning to live this extravagant life, clubbing, you are buying car, doing all these things. So when you begin to live that kind of life, eyes will always be on you.
Yeah, sure.
The next thing they want to know, what is your source of income? And when they are not able to see something reasonable, it's quite obvious you are doing the wrong thing to get this money. So the EFCC is there. And maybe let's look into the family a bit. The family has a part to play.
Okay.
Now, I have a son, for example. Like not like I have a son.
For example, you say.
I have a son and he's in school, 100 level. He just left home, 100 level, again admission. And at the close of his first year, he comes back with a car. As a father, come on, what should be your first question to your child?
You want to ask questions.
How come about this car? But it's quite unfortunate that most parents of our generation, they will encourage the child.
Do more.
Do more. My son, I will take this one. Oh. You buy another one. I've seen situations like that.
That means that poverty has another strong role to play in this kind
I've
of
seen situations like that. Where a father would tell the child, this is your car, I like this car, give me this one, buy another one. Not wanting to know what is he doing to get this money. You see, the family also has a role to play when it comes to this mindset of a thing. Sure. What is he doing? What is your source of income? Come on, he just left home barely a year and you are coming back with a car. Not just a car. You are using the latest iPhone. Not just one, you are using two. And you are not going to question his source of income. When you keep quiet to such a child, he begins to expand.
Miracles.
He begins to expand. Before you know what's happening, the neighbor's child or the parent of the neighbor's child will say, you not seeing Emeka? Can't you just go close to him and find out what he goes? Emeka goes to meet him. Bro, so far, this is how I did it. So okay, I'll put you through. Before you know, you put Emeka through. I see how the thing begins to spread like virus. It goes, before you know, it has taken over. The legal system has taken over. Thereby changing the mindset of the youth.
I see this topic revolving around just internet fraudsters. I think there are many other illegal works that the youth indulges themselves on. I would want you to.
Another illegal work is ritual.
Yes.
Which I would say it has a connection, because if you listen to news from time to time, you will hear cases where this person, did this ritual. The Yahoo boy doing the ritual, because they always need a backup.
Yeah.
They always, because what they do most of the times, not all of them do it with, would I call it with their IQ. Some of them have negative, diabolic things attached to what they are doing.
Sure.
It's not pure.
Sure.
So
mostly girls for victims.
That's what is even trending now.
Chill with the big
Chill
boys.
with the big boys.
That's
I'm telling you. So that's what is trending now. So aside the internet frauds aside the internet, I think the next thing in line is Feature.
the government also has this a strong fight against youths indulging in kidnapping. So, is it only youth that? Because it's all about the mindset towards money, and there are many factors, and there are many things that the youth indulges on, which one you have discussed is the government. We are talking about the government checkmating ways government
Yes.
used to
Yes, like
checkmate.
through the EFCC.
Yeah, through the FCC. Then we talked about the family.
Okay.
We
Yes,
talked
the
about
family has a role.
now we are talking. We talked about the rituals they do. Apart from the normal harm they do to the society, they still go to the extent of killing
Their fellow human.
fellow humans, the ones that want to chill with the big boys. And so kidnapping, I think kidnapping is a very strong one. Kidnapping is a very strong one.
Well, when it comes to that kidnapping aspect, to me, I don't really see it as the youth fully involved in that kind of thing, because when it comes to, although that kidnapping aspect is something that is always triggered by somebody,
Yeah.
maybe someone wants a particular person, or in terms of also ritual, because not everybody that they kidnap that they request for ransom.
Yeah, sure.
Some persons are used for ritual.
It still boils down to the ritual you said.
Some persons are used for ritual, while some persons ransom is required.
So, what do you think that the government and society and family can do to help from onset create a different mindset to all these youths, the young ones coming up? What do you think should be done to create a very different mindset from what we have now?
Well, I think the best thing that should be done to help change the mindset of the youth is to help them understand the reason, or let me just put it that way, the reason why money is needed, the essence of money.
Okay. What advice do you have for the youth? The youth. What advice?
Youth.
Yeah.
Okay, the advice I have for the youth out there is try as much as possible not to allow yourself to be influenced by peer pressure, because that's the only thing that will push you outside what you're doing to do something that is wrong just to get this money. In as much as money is important, you should also understand that the source which you are getting this money is also important, because if you are going through an illegal source, of surely you will be haunted. There's no two ways about it. You will surely be haunted. So try as much as possible to walk in the right way. Learn to indulge yourself in things that are legal to make this money. So that's the advice I have for the youth out there.
As you have heard, once you indulge in things that are illegal, you must be haunted. So I want to leave you with that. We have come to the end of this episode of On This Table. Please do well to follow us in all our social media platforms. We are on Facebook as Kingsprimetv, on YouTube as Kingsprimetv. We're on Instagram as Kingsprimetvofficial. Please follow us, and don't forget to always like, share, and comment in all our posts. Thank you very much.
Ready to play.